Hi, my name is Christina and I'm here with
Hannah.
Welcome to the show.
Politics shouldn't be do or die.
Yeah.
That is my belief. And if an opposition brings a good motion that we know is for the benefit of the community, why don't we embrace it?
We all know in the music industry, it's not easy.
Yeah.
You have to work your way around things. You know, music labels, they don't just sign you up just because you have the most beautiful voice. You have to, they want to see numbers.
Because I've got a chemistry background, I decided to make my own product.
Do women support each other as much as men do?
Men are much more open in sharing, whereas women, it's more about like envy, and of course we know envy can lead to something else.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Christina.
And I'm Hannah.
Welcome to the Minas Dollz Talk Show.
Our first guest we have joining us is Olu Babatola, the Mayor of the Royal Borough of Greenwich.
Hi.
Olu, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Good, thank you.
Can you tell us more about yourself and your work?
Yes, I was elected as the mayor of the Royal Borough of Greenwich in 2016. In fact, I was the first African mayor.
Wow,
so it was an honor for me. And, you know, if I may start by saying a big thank you to the people of Thames Morning who have elected me to be, you know, their representative in that ward, and to thank them for re-electing me again for the last, you know, 3rd of May election, which I was returned to represent them at the Royal Borough of Greenwich Council.
So how many terms have you served as the mayor?
Just one. You are entitled to serve for 1 year.
Okay.
Because what we do in the Royal Borough is that first you become the deputy mayor.
Yeah.
And then the following year you automatically become the mayor of the Royal Borough of Greenwich.
So your catchphrase is politics without bitterness. Can you explain a bit about what you mean by that?
Right. Looking at it, politics shouldn't be do or die.
Yeah.
That is my belief. And, you know, for example, if I can, you know, just use the Royal Borough of Greenwich Council as an example. We have 51 councillors and we have 9 oppositions, you know. And I believe some people elected them as their representatives. And I believe their words should be heard as well. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the opposition hasn't got anything to offer for the nation, but it's only the route that we are taking is different. So if an opposition brings a good motion that we know is for the benefit of the community, why don't we embrace it?
Yes.
It shouldn't be that you are opposition, I'm the ruling one. So
I see what you mean, because it's not their policy. They don't maybe support it as much as they should.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
So you do a lot of work with the youth in your community. So can you tell us more about the work you do with the youth in your community?
Ideally, when you are the mayor, you are entitled to have 2 charities. You know, one within the borough and another one could be outside. And during my term, I chose Thamesmead projects, Archway Thamesmead projects, and Africa, which I'm wearing their stuff. So during that 1 year, you raise money, and then at the end of the year, when it's been certified by the accountant and the charity organization, then you give the money to the charity. But one thing that is striking is about the Archway project in Thamesmead, where I represent. What they do is that they get young people out of the street, teach them how to, you know, take photography or any other trainings within, just a way to take
get them
out of the street.
And
that has been a positive reception from the residents.
That's great.
As far as Africa is concerned, the main aim of Africa, if I can just explain what Africa means to you, is Africans unite against child abuse.
Okay.
And I've known them for about 4 or 5 years now. And during that period, we've been working together. So they stand against child abuse and lately against modern day slavery.
Okay.
So I'm proud to be one of their ambassadors.
Yes.
Oh, that's very good.
Very good.
Wow, well done. How many kids so far have your charity managed to get off the street?
Yeah, I believe it's running about 450,000. I'm not quite sure of the number of people, but about 450 people within the community.
Wow, that is good, yeah.
Having training there. So some of them do go and come back, you know, but at least they are making a positive impact in things made.
So what's the most sort of common skills and things they get into that allows them to...
Yes, they do train them how to repair motorbikes.
Oh, brilliant.
And not only that, they take them out to go and practice how to, you know, so that it make it safer for them when they are riding bicycles.
Oh, great. That's a really good life-saving skill. Yeah, brilliant. So the topic question we have for today's show is in regards to the support that women offer each other, men offer each other. So do you believe that women support women as much as men support each other? Or do you think women can tend to be more competitive, whereas men sort of are more maybe laid back and help each other to achieve success within business and in their life?
That's an interesting question. I'll put it this way, women support themselves in certain way, because when it comes to anything that is got to do with domestic and they do you know, support themselves. But I see men more supporting themselves in sound advice and you know, business kind of advice, because men tend to tell themselves the truth.
Okay.
You know? Whereas women, we like to say, tell you what you want to hear.
Okay.
So I think that is the difference, but I think women can do better. And we've seen a lot of successful, you know, women who comes together, who are doing things that is fantastic.
That is very good. So what do you think that makes women don't actually support themselves in that area? Like
of business,
career, of career, as much as men does and tell them the truth?
Probably because they don't tend to be straightforward in addressing certain things. Because if I see something that is wrong with you, I will just say, "This, I don't think this is right." Whereas women will try to put a bit of embellishment onto that, not to say the right thing. And then I think by the time they move, by saying the truth at the right time, not all your friends should be able to tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
You should be able to, you know, ready to accept, you know, feedback, constructive feedback this time around.
We're going to take a short break. Come back to us when we're still joined by Olu.
Welcome back. We're still with Cancer Olu Baba Tola.
You were saying that you believe men are more straightforward than women. So do you think if women maybe didn't take such a sensitive approach to, you know, each other, then they'd be able to, you know, communicate better and therefore sort of step up within business? Yes,
I believe so. I believe if women tends to tell themselves the truth, you know, in most cases, yes, they will be able to penetrate the business aspect of life.
So you don't think it's all about a woman being because of the competition between themselves, or?
When they tend to envy themselves, that is it's getting out of hand, then it moves to jealousy. But if they can maintain on being envious, that is anything that is good you are doing, I want to do the same thing, but not on the negative side. I think that would be the key pinnacle for that.
Stop them sort of turning it into bitterness kind of thing, and resenting each other.
So what do you want to tell the viewers?
I just want to thank all those who supported my charity, which I believe, I think Africa got about 17K, and Archway Project about 18,000 pounds, which they are going to use. So I want to use this opportunity for those Africans or people who live within the community that on the 8th of June, we'll be hosting anti-slavery awareness in the town hall that is in Woolwich. So if you are free, please come. We need to raise the awareness of modern day slavery within our community, especially within the African community. Because it is important that when we raise the awareness, people will be aware, they will be able to see the signal of how you can tell this person is being trafficked. And by so doing, we'll be able to, if we can't eradicate it, at least we reduce it. And I believe Africa is one of the champions that is doing excellent work within the community. And that is why I'm supporting them. So please join us 8th of June, Woolwich Town Hall, hosted by myself.
Where can people find out about the Africa event if they want to
find more about it?
You can find them on their website, africa.org, if I'm right. And then if you follow me on Twitter or Facebook,
Instagram.
Don't go on Instagram, unfortunately, but on Twitter, Facebook, yes, I have a post there. And not only that, on the 2nd of June in Greenwich, that is in Woolwich, we will be giving out leaflets. Everybody will be wearing something like this to,
raise awareness.
To invite them to the June 8th meeting.
Okay,
perfect.
Thank you so much.
It's lovely to meet you.
It is my pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short break, but join us after the break when we're joined by music artist from Switzerland, Glory Bosnak.
So hi Glory, you're a music artist from Nigeria but live in Switzerland. Can you tell us your challenges that you faced in Switzerland being an artist?
Yes, it's not been easy. You know, back in Nigeria, you can easily just call up somebody and you know where to go and find what. Oh, guy, hook me up with this producer, that person, and you know where to go find your stuff. In Switzerland, when I got there, I didn't speak French. It was English. So it was a really mind-boggling to always, I don't know who to call, where to find what.
And language barrier.
Exactly. So as time goes on, after my second daughter, I realized that I lost the chance of teaching her English. So her first language became French. So she taught me how to speak French because I had to push myself. So that helped me to find my way around, which I'm still struggling with. But after I took, I started with a show, The Voice of Switzerland. It became easier. I started to find my way around. But we all know in the music industry, it's not easy. You have to work your way around things. You know, music labels, they don't just sign you up just because you have the most beautiful voice. You have to, they want to see numbers. And so, but I have been doing my stuff, but it helped me out a lot from the Voice of Switzerland. I started getting more gigs, doing some NGO stuff for the charity. And yes, it's been tough, but I'm still pushing on and kicking in because I love what I do.
Okay, so how long have you been in Switzerland?
I've been in Switzerland for 14 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you speak French very well now?
I speak very well, very good French. But I haven't done any song in French yet. That is something that's going to come up in my album coming up.
Brilliant.
Soon, yeah.
I was actually wanting to ask you about your experience of doing The Voice. Obviously, we've got a UK version, which is very popular.
Yes.
So it was just if you could maybe tell our viewers a little bit about it, something they maybe wouldn't know about what goes on backstage and what it's done for your career since and who you got to meet through that experience. You know,
what they film and what we see on TV is different from what goes on inside. I see it as it's politics. They already know who's going to win before the show starts. And if you're picked during the audition stages, you go through, fine. But you have to now struggle through there are different stages, the competition between artists and all sort of that. But in between, before you get to the live shows, they already know who is going to stay and who is going to go.
Really?
I had the opportunity to get to the finals, the first live shows. And I was the only one and a Nigerian from Delta State, Warri. worried on the careless, right? You know, and I get to represent the French part of Switzerland, which was a big deal for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So, you know, backstage, when you first get into the show, you get people like, oh, friendly, oh, artist, oh, I love what you do, I love what you do, oh, great. But when the competition really starts, people start teaming themselves in group.
Oh.
Yes, there is the envy, or there is the, it's like a battle, you know, you are kind of, or the apprentice sort of. Yeah, so, but me, I put myself in my own zone. I was nice to everybody, but I know that this is an experience, it's an adventure.
Which is going to open more doors.
Exactly, I'm going to learn a lot from it, and it's fun. I like the buzzer, I like the lights. I'm an artist, so it was a good experience. And most of the contestants, we're still in contact. A lot of them, they're doing really very good,
So in terms of the type of music that you produce now, what sort of, who would you liken yourself to in the industry?
That's a good question, because I've never really seen myself put myself in a box or compare myself to anyone else. But Whitney Houston, she was a big factor in my life. But it's, God bless her soul. She inspired me to start singing, you know, at a very young age. And I had to learn techniques and stuff, a lot of techniques from her. But as time goes on, I started writing my own song, and I started finding my own voice, because a lot of people used to tell me, oh, you sound like Whitney, you sound like Mary J. Blige. And I'm like, I don't know if I really like that very much, but it was an honor, because Whitney, gosh, she was the best. You know,
definitely.
so, but then I started finding my own voice, and, you know, I'm glad that the songs that I write right now is from me, and it's from my heart. It's not, I don't want to put myself in a box.
So your new song, Human, can you tell us more about the song? Is it, you know, story about yourself? Is it?
Sometimes, you know, people go through struggle. Not sometimes. A lot of people go through struggles with life, that sometimes with the way society is, you cannot really express yourself, your pain, or, you know, stuff. So if you are a musician, you express it through music. And sometimes, in my case, sometimes I don't have to be in that situation, but I see something in my dream and I want to write about it. But so I was saying Human is between my struggles from when I was growing up and somebody else's. Yes, and I struggle a lot, and I choose, and I said to myself, when do I choose to actually to draw the line to not let what happened in the societies? There's so much going on right now. There's a lot of, there is the racism, depression, oppression, suicide, death. So many things are going on right now. You turn on the TV, so many things that can bring you down.
Demoralize you,
Exactly. And I choose not to let myself be brought down. So I forgive myself from all, because sometimes when stuff happen in our lives, we tend to blame ourselves, that it's our fault why these things happen. But you don't blame yourself. You have to forgive yourself and just know that we are not immortals. We are human.
We're going to make mistakes.
Exactly. So that's why I made this song. And most of it is part from my experience, and hopefully it's, you know, reach out to somebody else who has gone through stuff. I don't know what the story is, to help them.
We're going to take a short break, but join us afterwards when we're joined again by Glory.
Welcome back to the Minas Dollz Show. We're still joined by Glory.
Hello.
You're married?
Yes, I am.
And you have kids. So can you tell us, how do you or your family cope with your traveling, being an artist?
Before we met, he knew I was a musician. But I try to keep a balance between my career and family. So when I have places to travel to, by the time I'm back, I make it up by taking a break and focus on my family.
That's very good.
Yes, and most of the times...
To keep the balance.
To keep the balance, exactly. So in a certain period with my career, in a certain period with my family. So I don't try to mix everything together. I'm different. I'm a mother and I'm an artist.
That's very good.
My kids and my husband, they're very supportive of my music. So they understand, because it's what we do. It's what we do, it's what I do. So they are my biggest supporters. And for my husband, for the voice, my husband was the one who signed me up.
Oh, that's lovely.
In most of the gigs that I get, My husband, I have to run it by him. Baby, should I take this? What do you think? And he's like, go for it. Go for it, do it.
That's really nice.
Nice for him to support you, makes it easier.
Exactly, it makes things easier. And I make sure when I'm back home, my phone is switched off. Even if it's not switched off completely, it's on silent because I want to give them my time.
Want to be present with your kids.
Exactly. So.
Okay, brilliant. So in terms of your career, what else have you got coming up this year or for the future? What do you plan on doing?
You know, when I did The Voice, to go back to that, after The Voice, I was approached by an NGO called Music for Better. They were trying to come up with a compilation album to raise money for Crohn's disease. Crohn's disease is the autoimmune digestive disease. Yeah. So we were asked to write music, which they contacted different artists around the world to join in for this, to support this research. So I wrote a song called You Can Make It. And the album is just finished. And so all the money that comes in from this album will go into the research.
Oh, brilliant.
So in the future, I'm looking forward to do more collaboration with big names and to find my way around to do more for the society to help eradicate poverty.
That's very good.
To empower people, young people, young females especially, about being comfortable with themselves, with who they are, you know, especially the Black women. We know we all go through things like, you know, racism, you know, people try to put us in a box. So I try to empower them through my music to stand your ground, to know when to choose, when to not let things affect you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So our topic for this show is in regards to women supporting each other. So do you believe that women support each other as much as men support each other? Or do you believe that, you know, women, you know, tend to be a bit more competitive and a bit of jealousy involved, which sort of slows them down or holds them back from achieving what they, you know, could in their potential achieve?
I think women can do better. Men are much more open in sharing, you know, their ideas, support with one another. Whereas women, it's more about like envy, and of course we know envy can lead to something else. Me personally, you know, before when I was raising my kids, I was running a business to pass time. So I had a beauty shop. And if my friends or even random person seeing me and saying, where can I get this? Normally, it's sort of a thing between women that you don't share your contact of where you get your stuff from because you're going to lose client. But I think, in my point of view, I think business is something that there's so many people. One person cannot own their own market.
Of course,
you know, different people with different ideas, with different things they're interested in. So I always share, but of course we know that not all women are like that. But I think it would be actually really good if women are much more open to support each other. Let's talk about like the marital part. Some women, they lie a lot. They want to tell you what you want to hear. You know, I agree. Just to feel like they're better or they're in a better place. That's why most women, they suffer secretly inside. You know, but if people should come up, but it's not everyone you need to tell your private stuff to, what you go through. Just choose your real friends, know the people you can talk to, but women should be, much more open in terms of business, more supportive, and then we'll get
one another.
Definitely.
You know, definitely.
Great, thanks very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Minas Dollz Talk Show. We're now joined by our third guest, Hanani. Hi, Hanani.
Hi, how are you? I'm good.
As everyone will see on the table, we've got some of your products.
Yes.
You're a multifaceted entrepreneur. You have your own brand of natural hair products called Fro Sisters.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit about the products and the business itself?
Yeah. So with Fro Sister, the brand started when I couldn't find any products for my daughter. She was quite young, you know, a lot of natural hair, mixed textures, and it was quite difficult to find something for her. And I didn't want to go down the route of relaxing her hair. I was looking for something
natural.
A little bit more kinder for her hair. So because I've got a chemistry background, I decided to make my own products because I couldn't find anything on the high street, and I saw a gap in the market. And I thought, you know what, let me give it a go. So I created products for Melissa.
Wow.
And, yeah.
Oh, that's lovely that your daughter's the inspiration.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
So you've written a personal branding book.
Yeah.
So can you tell us more about that?
So during my entrepreneurial journey, what I used to do was write down things that went well and things that didn't go well, along the whole journey, the whole process of starting my business, creating the brand, all that stuff. I wrote it all in a journal.
Okay.
And what happened was, when I was low or when things were not moving the way I wanted, I'd go back to my journal and I'd read it. And I found that very, very helpful.
Yeah.
And then I thought, you know what, this could be quite helpful to someone else.
Yeah.
Who's
starting a business.
Yeah. So it was literally from beginning to kind of where I am now. From thinking about starting a business, I'll start writing things down, what went right, what didn't work. And, I thought it was a good guide to someone who's looking to start a business.
Definitely.
Wow, that's very good.
So this is the book here.
Yes.
Thinking outside the box. Oh, it's quite heavy.
A lot of writing.
Can you help me with the other one?
So what do you think that someone who has got a business idea can get out of reading the book? What sort of, should they have a business plan already set, or would this help them right from the beginning?
Right from the beginning, because the most difficult thing is actually starting the business.
Yeah.
A lot of people procrastinate. A lot of people, give excuses to start, and they want to, but they don't get started. So literally from before you start your business, a few things that you need to think about, talking about, not a business plan as such. I normally do work on a business model canvas. So it's slightly smaller than a business plan, but it touches on all areas of starting a business. So you think about your idea, who is it for? You look at your customer. Yeah. You create a customer profile. Who are they? Where do they live? How old are they? Yeah. How much disposable income could they possibly have? All those things go in preparing your brand. Yeah. Is it a high-end brand? Is it a middle brand? Or is it, an affordable, cheap brand? It helps you to think about all those things before you actually embark on your journey. And we also think about how will it operate, how will it work. Things like surveys, you have to do surveys. Okay. Is it a product? Can people actually buy? Are they interested in this product? So there's all different things that are in that book, which could help us start.
And where can people get the book?
It's on Amazon.com.
Brilliant.
So literally go to Amazon and look for Thinking Outside the Box and you'll find it.
I'll get myself one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a woman with many passions and skills, science, and can you tell us more about that as well?
I did sciences, chemistry, which was kind of my first degree. I enjoyed doing that. And then I also worked in human resources management. Okay. But I'm also creative, so I like designing.
Wow.
Yeah, so with the brand, what I did was kind of put it all in one. So I've done business studies, I designed like packaging of my products. Yeah. I work on branding, so I managed to put all that in and create a brand, a product really out of it.
So what do you want to achieve that you've not yet achieved?
Well, I'm still building my empire, put it at that. This is the beginning. So we got hair products. I've got a men's range coming out called Fro Brother.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay. We designed a razor that's, the razor is designed to stop ingrowing hairs. So you find that a lot of men shave and they get razor bumps on their skin.
Yeah.
So the idea of Fro Brother is to reduce those ingrown hairs. It's also, we also have beard oils, and mustache wax, and we've got all that. So I've got the hair products, and then I'll move on to skincare, and obviously we have the book, and I'm writing another book currently. So there's a lot of things happening.
Going on.
Yeah,
brilliant.
But I love to be busy. That's
definitely
what keeps me moving.
That's good.
Brilliant.
Well done.
So our topic this week is in regards to women in business, really, and how we want to find out, do women support women as much as men support each other? There's a lot of competition between women, sometimes jealousy, but also women are sort of nurturers and more maternal, so they ideally should be better at helping each other. So where do you think it lies? Do women support each other as much as men do?
I think they do.
Okay.
Because on my journey, because these are hair products, the first product I had was
aimed for women.
It's for women. I found that the first trade show I went to, I took 1,000 products. This was like a 2-day trade show. And I sold out in 2 hours.
Wow.
And this is when I was testing to see if it could work.
Yeah.
And I was convinced that it could work. And what I found was women were supporting me. I'm really grateful, you know, to women because they tell each other there's this product and it works on natural hair, it works like this. And, you know, they come back and they buy and they tell each other. And that's how my business has grown, mainly through word of mouth,
So women supporting your business and talking about it to other women.
Absolutely, yeah. And I find that there's a lot of entrepreneurial groups where there are lots of women, like business coaches, you know, different business. I find that now women actually do come together and support, you know. Even when you think in Africa, because I'm Zimbabwean, when you think in Africa, there are a lot of cooperatives where women come together and they decide to work on a particular project. And you find that it grows. And, you know, I think women do support each other.
That is when women support each other.
Yes, yes.
That's a good example.
So, Gloria, did you agree?
In your business as a hair product, of course, we all need the good hair products for our hair to grow better. But then, where you find that there's going to be competition, another woman come to you and say, I sell the same thing, and see what happens then.
Yeah.
No, you know what?
Right?
Yeah, I was going to say, is it because of the, don't you think your product is what you do? That's why you get the support from women.
I've actually helped women who want to be in the beauty or skincare business. It's just about getting that creativity out of them. Some people like to copy, which is really bad because you know, people will go for the original version because the original version is the best. But if you get creativity out of someone and you inspire them in a certain way that they want to do something, but then they go with their passion, then that's when women, you know, that's when it works.
That's what women should do more, supporting each other and understanding that, you know, sometimes it's not just the bigger brands that is always the best. You know, sometimes like your product, this is fresh ideas, fresh product, and it works, you know. So if you got people, ladies who are buying it, I'm gonna buy some myself, by the way. I got 2 daughters. So, and this is good, you know, if we'll support each other like this. But it's, like I said, you said women, they support each other. Yes, these days we're getting more, is better, but it could be better.
Could be much better.
Yes, it could be much better.
It could be, definitely could be.
That's all we've got time for. Thanks for watching.
Glory will not end the show with a new album, Human. Bye for now.
Those quiet nights in the dark, feeling I'm willing to let go. I come alive in the night, feeling I'm willing to take back my life. The love in your eyes, your eyes, your eyes, pull me up, balance so high. Drowning in sleep, weights pulling me down deep under. I come alive. Open my eyes to the light.